There's no truth. There's only our truth. There's only one reality, and that's our reality. Last week, you'll remember, we did a competition where you could win this Information Architect's notebook. So I have selected a winner, and I'll tell you who that is shortly. It was interesting to read all the comments, and I'm going to reply to everybody shortly after I've made the video. There seem to be a few different types. So some people were sort of, yeah, can I please have the notebook? Others were kind of, I'd really like this notebook so I can give it to someone else, which was really nice, like a partner or a child, somebody like that. Several people, like myself, felt they couldn't justify the notebook, couldn't do it justice, and also perhaps wouldn't use it for the kind of journaling they do. Because as I said in the video last week, I don't think it's not a notebook for scribbling notes down, quick jottings. It's too good for that. I think it's, like as I said last week, it's more for considered journaling, taking your time, recording your thoughts and feelings, that kind of thing. What I want to do at this point is just mention that I'm going to launch channel memberships imminently. It's been going for a while. I think I've only just got to press a button or something now. We shall see shortly. But there's two levels. There's the Inkling Explorers and Page Pioneers. So if you're an Inkling Explorer, you can get loyalty badges, priority replies to comments, and shout outs in videos. For example, I'd like to give a shout out to Luco today for his generous super thanks. He enjoyed the video last week, so he made a little super thanks donation, and all that stuff helped keep the channel going. So thanks, Luco, meant a lot. So the other level is Page Pioneers, and if you're a Page Pioneer, you get all of the Inkling Explorer stuff, but you also get early access to new videos and special members only videos. Now I'm hoping to do these once a week. What they're going to be is behind the scenes stuff, what I'm working on, journaling exercises, tips and tricks, stuff like that. And it will evolve over time, but yeah, a special behind the scenes video for subscribers only once a week. That's going to be Page Pioneers. Okay, so look out for that. I'm also going to do a video on how to start journaling and why you should. So if you know anybody who'd like to take this up but isn't sure, or you'd like to encourage someone to take this up, might be something for them. Because I didn't start doing this stuff until really very recently. And there's stuff years ago that I kind of wish I had a record of. Because the reason for that is there's only one reality, and that's our reality. And it's important to record that. There's no truth, there's only our truth. There's a particular time in my life I wish I could look back on now. So back in 1989, I was in a band, and I joined this band, and it changed my life. Partly because I met Mr. Sketchley, but also because of the people I met. I found my tribe, I suppose you would say, and I switched from hanging out with one group of people to another group of people. All I've got is the memories, and memories become distorted. I've got no written record, and a written record is actually only our own perception of things, but it would be nice to look back on that, because very often we just tend to remember the bad stuff. Whereas it was actually a really important year, and a couple of years ago, the main person, the singer in the band, the guy who invited me to join his band, he died, and that churns a lot of stuff up when you're getting older. So I kind of wish I could look back on it and see where I was and what I was thinking and how I was feeling. I've got no record of it. So this is a picture of me back in the day in the band, and this was a good gig. I remember this photo being taken, but I'd forgotten about the photo. It resurfaced, around the time of Lee's funeral. I remember that night. It was at the Hare and Hounds in King's Heath, and this was a good night. And this is what I say is like the bad stuff stands out, like the bad gigs and the frustrations and all that stuff. But there was a lot of good stuff too. And because there's no written record, I can't look back on it and get a balance from my older perspective. So that's why I think, that's why I'm a strong proponent of people taking this stuff up. So back to the competition for the notebook. And as you'll notice, the notebook is in its box. I'm not taking it out of the box again to show you. It was in and out several times for the making of last week's video. The tissue paper that you will have seen is in a slightly more disheveled state than when you last saw it, because it went in and it went out and it was difficult to fold. And I think, having looked again at the information architects video that I put on last week, I think I'd done it wrong anyway. So I have taken it out of the box again. This is the tissue paper. It's not as bad as I thought, actually. Several people commented on the riffling of the pages that I did with the IA notebook. Oh, have a listen to that. Oh, so I'm going to do a little bit of that here. That's the tissue paper sound, ladies and gentlemen. It's not pristine. It's not pristine. It's not perfect, but it is presentable. It's IA presentable. So I'm going to wrap this back around the notebook in the proper manner, and it will be there when you receive it. When I say who's won this prize, this beautiful notebook. So who has won this magnificent notebook? I hear you cry. Very good, thank you. So the person who has won the Information Architect's notebook, who I'm going to send this thing to, is Lawsplaining. I suspect that may be a bit like mansplaining, but without the man. That might be quite popular among a lot of people. But anyway, Lawsplaining I've chosen as the winner of the notebook because they went to a special effort and wrote a little poem about it. I'm going to read that to you now. Lawsplaining's poem goes like this. This notebook's no regular everyday fare. It's crafted for dreamers with thoughts to declare. Made in Japan with lines soft and neat, it's where doodles and musings and great ideas meet. The lines are just whispers, they hide when you write. Not bossy or loud, just a soft guiding light. Fountain pens glide with the greatest of ease, and the heavyweight pages say, write as you please. So here's to the notebook for minds that won't quit, for writers who scribble with flair and with grit. It's made to hold stories, plans, poems and schemes. A notebook that's perfect for big, bold dreams. So there's obviously quite a lot of effort gone into that. So congratulations, Lawsplaining, you've won the notebook. If you look in the description, you'll find an email address. Get in touch with me, send me your address, and I'll post this to you wherever you are in the world. So I really hope you enjoy it, whether you use it for yourself or give it to someone or whatever. The next video I'm going to do is dotted, lined, plain or grid. Which one are you? If you found this video useful, like, comment, subscribe.